Greetings, your grace.
Hail to Henselt.
Townsville, can you feel that? Magic still beats strongly in this place. Shivers run down my spine.
Strange. Levasig's quadruple sun is a short duration spell. It should have dissipated long ago.
An anomaly.
Sire!
Not
Long
uncommon.
live
The
the
sheer
king!
amount of power she summoned. I doubt she retained complete control.
Stop discussing Sabrina Glevasik, or I promise you that heads will roll.
Baron Felett has forever hinted that he would gladly change his colour.
Kedwin!
Felett
Always
is
and
unparalleled
forever.
scum.
The other nobles are panic-stricken at the very thought of Saskia with her peasant and non-human rebels. They are unprepared to fight and know it very well.
And Demovin's cub? Has he named his price?
Prince Stennis has yet to respond, but Felett has assured me.
I must see him. Look into his eyes. I'll know what he's made of then.
We most humbly greet His Majesty Henselt, King of Kedwen, heir to the dynasty of the Unicorn, Lord of Ard Carreg, Archduke of Banard, and Vanquisher of Nilfgaard.
Welcome to Edirn.
How much do you want?
Your Majesty surely jests.
I couldn't be more serious. How much for your signatures?
100,000 Novigrad crowns, we thought, to each of us, and the titles of Marquis.
Ooh.
We speak of Upper Edirn, of coal and silver mines, numerous factories, the sole white marble quarry this side of the Yaruga, and the North's main east-west trade route.
We speak of Lawmark. I advise you to adopt the new nomenclature.
In exchange, we shall swear fealty and acknowledge your Majesty as sovereign of these lands.
I shall give you naught for your worthless signatures. I have no need of them.
But your Majesty, without our support, you'll forever be the invader, the occupying force, the enemy. The folk of Edirn...
The folk of Edirn follow Saskia the Dragon Slayer and Prince Stennis. I wish to speak to them. Sire, the Dragon Slayer approaches, white flag in hand. Excellent. Let her pass.
Just out of curiosity, what does Upper Edirn sell for these days?
How much do you demand, lass?
King, command your vulture to shut his beak before I thrust his cockerel up his arse and twist so hard he'll crow until noon reverts to morning.
Sire, you must have her restrained.
Deathmold may not be the bravest soul, but he's right in one respect. Were I to restrain you, there would be no war. You're either very brave or very stupid.
Will you hear me out, King? Or must we continue our threats and insults?
I'll hear no more. 3 years passed upon this field. Edirnians met my army in battle. Those were men of honor. Knights and footmen who fought like lions, who proved that blood, not water, coursed through their veins. The people of Lawmark deserve a strong and just ruler. They need a king. I have a vast, battle-hungry army. You have nothing. Kneel before me, Saskia. You have no other choice.
You speak not to subjects, but to free folk, King. You come with an army that loots the surrounding villages. You negotiate with traitors of this land. You allow your mages to threaten and offend. And I am to kneel before you?
It's the only way.
I kneel before no one.
Stop! Stop in the name of Creve, Freyr and Melitele!
Hey, halt!
What's with you, Zivik? Booze Major Batty? Don't you recognize me?
I'll be ploughed and damned. Why the hell did you bring him here, Roche?
He's a witcher.
I know who the whoreson is. Ploughing kingslayer at the gate of a king's camp? Why, he's not even bound.
Easy, lads. The witcher's no murderer, I'll vouch for that. As for kings, well, I desperately need to see yours.
You're in for a wait then, Mr. Special Mission Knight. Don't move, mutant! One of you go get the sergeant, and while you're at it, fetch a solid piece of rope to bind the freak.
Come on, Zivik, no need for that. Where'd you say the king was?
Out in the fields somewhere, negotiating. Hey, Kingslayer, drop your weapons, or do I need to pack a bolt up your arse? Don't move! Don't even twitch, mutant! Hands where I can see him! Shoot! Smash the freak!
What the fuck?
These spectres were my soldiers! It's Sabrina's curse!
My own sight's later. We have to go on.
Endure, friends! I have focus enough power for the
Where did the sun go?
It's an eclipse. Just a curse. Spectres and spells. Stay behind me.
I'll try to disperse the fog.
It's Prince Dennis. He lives. It's Cleversix's curse. She's out to kill me.
Stay close to me, sire. It's not far now.
Let's hope so.
Dissipating. We're near its end.
Death Mold, Sheeler, meet me in my tent. You're to explain what the hell happened there, and how we're to get rid of it.
As you command, Your Majesty.
I'll tolerate no delays on this matter, and summon all my company commanders.
Immediately, Your Majesty.
Corporal, I'd like you to watch the Witcher closely. He just pulled me from a magic hell, so I doubt he wants my head as he took Foltest's. But I'll not have him wandering round the camp like some stray dog. Occupy him for a time, then bring him to my tent.
Sire, I must request an audience.
Later. I'll see my mages first, then the Witcher.
Ah, just lovely. And here I'd hoped for a calm little war.
Know where I might wet my throat around here?
Roche, willing to vouch for this overgrown urchin?
He did not kill Foltest or Demavend, if that's what you're asking. You've got my assurance on that.
Good enough for me. Let's go then. Yes?
Take me to the king. I've seen enough military camps in my day.
That I cannot, Witcher. I'm to keep an eye on you, the king's orders.
Really want to babysit me?
You're right. Let's go. How's it going, lads?
I can't feel me ploughing feet from all this standing around. Any chance you'll be sending up some replacements?
In an hour. Open up the gate. The king wants to see the Witcher.
Yeah.
Go straight to the royal tent. You can't miss it. I've a few things to take care of.
Godspeed, Zivik.
I'll be near the main gate if you need me. So long.
Ha! A Witcher!
The king must have summoned him to fight the wraiths.
You think? Nearly everyone hunts you, yet you live in spite of that. Impressive.
In no small part thanks to you, Excellency.
I've helped you, yes. I trust I shan't regret it.
As do I. I wouldn't want to seem ungrateful.
Are you seeking employment? I was unaware you fellows hired yourselves out for battle.
My aim here is different.
Really? Perhaps I can be of assistance.
What's the Emperor's envoy doing here? Satisfy my curiosity.
The last unfortunate conflict left the northern kingdoms in pitiful economic condition. His Imperial Majesty desires stability. We wish to offer financial assistance, so I'm visiting those lands hardest hit by the war.
Henselt is coping admirably as far as I can see.
The details of my visit here are reserved for the Emperor and the Kedwani King.
I need to know everything.
Magic will not help you. I'm very well protected against such attempts.
Foltest was a good king. Shame he ended that way.
I've already conveyed the Emperor's condolences to Constable Natalis. Since we're talking about Temeria and Foltest, apparently the fallen king's advisor, the sorceress Triss Merigold, has disappeared in mysterious circumstances. Rumors abound. Do you know anything about her?
Why do you ask, Excellency?
I heard the two of you are close.
Witchers and sorceresses don't generally share that kind of information.
I understand it's a delicate matter. All right then. Allow me to ask about something else. I mentioned Triss because, I must admit, I am perturbed. Mages are known for their mutual envy and rivalry. I wonder if there's any matter that could unite them.
Perhaps you could be a bit clearer, Excellency.
Then I shall ask directly. Do you know anything about Merigold's involvement with an organization of sorceresses? Assuming, of course, that you are, theoretically, or have been, close.
I'm not sure why the acquaintances of a sorceress would interest a Nilfgaardian ambassador.
Many things interest me. Art, for example. A very interesting statuette was delivered to me today. A peculiar piece. Elusive, sensuous. It forces one to think. Even a monster slayer might not be indifferent to the beauty entrapped within.
Maybe, but I'm afraid I don't have time to admire art.
Do you have any other queries? I have some matters to which I must attend.
Why are you so interested in this organization of sorceresses?
I wonder about some strange coincidences. I'm told several of them were seen in the vicinity when the assassination attempts occurred.
What's so suspicious about that? Mages have always thronged around monarchs, the source of power and coin.
I'm not accusing anyone. I merely said it makes me wonder.
Come in, Witcher. I wish you to feel at ease, as this is an unofficial audience. You helped me in the mist, thus I surmise you do not seek my death. Which leads me to ask what you do seek here, Geralt of Rivia.
Justice.
A slippery thing, I'd say. It really depends on your point of view. So, you claim you did not kill Foltest. Do you know who did?
A witcher named Letho.
Do you know each other?
I don't know. I have amnesia. Letho has suggested he knows something about me. It's possible we met before.
There's an old Kedwenny saying, a bitch will never bite another bitch. 100% accurate where sorceresses are concerned.
To the matter at hand, sire.
De Tanseville claims this Letho is in the area. Is that true?
Yes.
What does he want here? My head?
He's hiding from Yorvith and his Scoia'tael. I don't know his plans.
And you aim to get him?
I do.
Last question. Do you know who had Foltest and Demavend assassinated? Who's behind the kingslayers?
I don't know, but I'll find out when I find Letho.
My spies have confirmed your words. I suppose I must believe you. Now to the other matter. The mist, the wraiths, all that magic shit holding up my campaign. My mages, as usual, have proved useless. They blather on about higher magic, delayed curses and other hogwash, but nothing comes of it. This matter must be settled with a sword. A witcher's sword. Will you manage this task?
Yeah, I'll manage.
Excellent. Lift the curse, and you'll learn the meaning of royal generosity. And even should you fail to catch this Letho, I shall help you clear your name. Consider Deathmold at your disposal. He'll give you all the necessary information. Also, you are free to move about the camp and its environs from now on. Now, leave me alone.
As we forged our way through the fog, you claimed it was Glevisig's curse.
Sabrina Glevisig's. She was a sorceress, my former advisor. I ordered her bound to a wagon wheel and burned alive. While dying, she cursed me and my lineage. That was 3 years ago.
Sire, do you remember the curse itself? What exactly did Sabrina say?
All she said at the time has been fulfilled to some degree. A star adorned with a bloody braid will cut across the heavens. Square coins from maritime depths will beguile the hearts of fools.
Coins?
Deathmold found a few such coins among soldiers accused of treason.
What did you condemn Sabrina for, sire?
Is that important?
Sire, we're not talking about a fortune told in a tent on market day, nor about some curse cast by a novice mage. This curse caused a solar eclipse and summoned hordes of specters. We're dealing with a complex spell that operates at several levels. Uncommon knowledge and skill were required to cast it. Lifting it will be even more difficult. If I'm going to deal with it, I need you to cooperate.
Ah, the plague. So be it.
The curse was cast 3 years ago. Any sign it's been active in the interim?
My son was killed during a hunt.
Anything strange or unnatural occur at the time?
A rabid boar ripped open his femoral artery. I witnessed it. An accident, nothing more.
The curse was activated today. I need to know why.
As we negotiated, a fight broke out. I killed a priest of Creve. Perhaps that.
Maybe. What did you condemn Sabrina for, sire?
1 year after the Peace of Sintra, I fought Demerven for Lormark. General Van de Grift commanded a part of my force. He forded the Pontar and joined battle on this field. It raged until evening, when Sabrina Glevissig decided to take matters into her own hands. Fireballs rained down onto the battlefield. 3,000 men turned to bloody, charred meat scraps. The fire consumed Kedwenis and Adernians alike. Knights boiled alive in their armor. Mad beasts howling with pain. War is for the honorable. When the likes of Glevissig enter the fray, it turns into hell.
Witcher, a word, if you will.
Stick your courtesies up your arse.
You have no idea how delighted I am to work in tandem with you.
True, I have no idea.
Better times approach, Geralt, you shall see. I trust you're not bothered if I refer to you by name.
Not at all.
Wonderful, I feel we shall become great friends.
I'm not looking for new friends, Deathmold. Let's get to work.
I see. As you seem to be the hero, how might I help you, White Wool?
Have you dealt with curses before?
I've cast a few in my time. One victim sprouted donkey's ears and a tail, another's house burned down. Nothing too serious.
Shame. Have you removed curses, lifted spells?
Never had the chance. But I mastered the theory involved. Best in my class at the Magic Academy.
They don't teach you about curses like this one at Banard.
Glevis's Curse is a 4th level blood spell. It's also known as the Archmistress's Curse. A misnomer, for they've been cast by generally crazed mages or priests, not necessarily women.
You've done your homework. Did you notice that not all the specters were aggressive?
Most would disappear when we neared them.
I think the curse's power corrupts the ghosts of those who died in the battle, turning them into draugrs.
Draugrs, is that some professional name you witches have for specters?
They're demons, Deathmold. Draugrs are demons of war that arise on battlefields where the fighting was vicious and the slaughter particularly bloody. They are hatred and bloodlust in condensed form.
The name matters little. Do you know how to rid us of these Draugrs?
A silver sword's enough to send them to their rest. But as long as the curse remains active, new ones will appear. The soldiers' ghosts are the key. If we could reverse the tide of the battle...
Don't delay. Grab your sword and start reversing.
I'll need some symbols of war that belonged to the soldiers who perished here. Artifacts symbolizing hatred, death, courage, and faith. They have to be magically active and linked to those who died. Without them, I won't be able to summon the ghosts.
Well, I've no idea how to find them, apart from which I know little about war symbolism.
I'll deal with the artifacts. I have another job for you. Explain this blood curse to me.
An ordinary blood curse is a trivial thing. You let a little of your own blood, best done at midnight surrounded by lit candles.
Sabrina had a whole pyre around her. tell me about Glevisig's curse.
Read about it for yourself. I have all the necessary literature. In fact, you only need the Great Encyclopedia of Curses, Spells and Prophecies, and a volume compiled by Tessard de Vries and Marguerite Loantil, Masters of Magic on Curses Selected Writings.
I'm not going to waste my time reading. Tell me the important bits.
Oh, no need to be ashamed, Geralt. In these times, few get the opportunity to learn the arts of reading and writing. Illiteracy is...
I can read, mage. Time's a-wasting. Are you going to start helping me?
The effects and phenomena generated by a 4th level blood curse require an immense amount of the power. The eclipse, the death of a dynasty, the battle of spectres. No sorcerer, no living being can summon such levels of energy. It's quite simply impossible.
But some clever mages discovered how to make possible the impossible. Since then, the world has lived in fear of your curses. Genius. What did you discover?
A prophecy that initiates a blood curse is simply a spell that binds the power. It should be cast at a site possessing the appropriate accumulation characteristics. A battlefield is perfect. Blood-soaked ground, defined boundaries, a symbolic dimension. When the caster utters the words of the prophecy, the curse begins to accumulate the power. For the last 3 years, day after day, month after month, the initiating curse has been gathering the power, drawing it from the elements of fire, earth, air, and water. The energy thus accumulated could move the stars. Enter the activator, one of the prophesied events possessing its own symbolic dimension. It releases the accumulated energy for use by the curse proper. Ordinarily, the curse cannot utilize all the built-up power, which must be released in some way, so one gets side effects, like solar eclipses.
Are you sure Sabrina cast the curse?
Positively. Curses of this kind are cast rarely. There have only been 6 confirmed cases.
How many confirmed cases of their being lifted?
1. By a team of mages led by Archmistress Francesca Finderbear, whence came the curse's other appellation. In any case, Sabrina Glevisig was part of that team.
Small world, and one that just got a little uglier.
That's not all. The curse that Francesca and Sabrina dealt with was meant to end the lives of the last of the Tyson dynasty, the rulers of Kovir. It was cast by Scarlet Rodalega, a very talented but completely mad man. A prophecy and an activator were also involved.
I see. Sabrina just stole her curse from this Rodalega.
Precisely. Beside which the king himself and a company of armed men witnessed her casting it.
We've got our comet and murder. What about the coins?
We have those as well. Not enough for you?
No. Why do I get the feeling I've stumbled on some shameful secret?
A state secret.
If you don't tell me, your head of state may soon lose his head.
There's a plot afoot within the military. Those involved share a symbol, a square coin adorned with a fish. Let's do this. I shall in no way hinder your investigation, and you will reveal to me anything you learn. Should I happen upon anything related to the curse?
You'll let me know. So be it. Why is Henselt still breathing? He killed the priest. Why didn't he burst like a ripe tomato under a dwarf's heel?
Perhaps Glevisig wishes Henselt to wait for imminent death.
I don't think so. I know a few sorceresses. They're mean, true, but they also want results. Sabrina cast the curse while roasting at the stake. Not the most comfortable circumstances. I suspect she botched something.
Are you suggesting Henselt may be safe?
I'm suggesting he could be saved, provided we cut him off from the heart of the curse, the battle of spectres. It's the weakest link.
How could we do that?
I don't know yet, but I suspect I could summon Sabrina's ghost and force her to free Henselt. First, I need to learn the circumstances of her death. If I'm not mistaken, you need blood to cast a blood curse.
Precisely, unachievable otherwise.
Sabrina was bound to a wagon wheel. Where did she get enough blood?
She put a spell on a soldier who gave her a coup de grace. It was easy. The minds of some soldiers are so uncomplicated. Sabrina needed one of them to strike her, shorten her suffering, but complete the curse. However, this is where she erred. That whore performed miracles, gathered the power, got the prophecy and activator right, but fell flat on her face on the simplest thing at the end.
Don't get so excited.
She chose a fool, a bungler. I heard he thrust 5 times with his spear, yet the witch's soul would not quit her corpse.
There was no one guarding the pyre?
It was one of the guards the sorceress chose for the task. His comrades were irate. He spoiled the show for them. The king was no longer anywhere near.
In any case, blood flowed and the curse took root.
Yes, but the harlot got her due.
You're gonna help me, Deathmold.
Of course, as the king ordered.
Listen up. You'll do the paperwork. I get the feeling you like it. I'll need a number of protective runes to summon Sabrina's ghost. They need to detain the sorceress's ghost and anything else that enters this world with it. Find something for me in your library. The runes need to be easy to produce. I haven't seen any artists around here. Apart from that, the Draugrs are likely to begin their forays in search of Henselt. When they leave the battlefield, they'll grow weaker. Your men should be able to handle them. Just equip them with silver-plated weapons. Henselt could also use something silver to defend himself. Over the entrance to his tent, hang a wreath of cinquefoil and fool's parsley. Inside, a fire fueled by juniper branches must burn at all times.
Where will I get so much silver?
Melt down your collection of pots for all I care. Just get it.
Those aren't pots, they're silver vases of Nazaya.
Last of all, give Henselt an instructional talk. Explain that I'll need him.
And what will you be doing? Drinking ale and fondling the camp women?
There's that, yes. Though I'll also prepare to summon Sabrina's ghost and figure out what I need to send the fighting specters back to the afterlife. I'll drop by and give you more work as I learn about this curse.
How did you divine that you might recover your memory by lifting the curse?
I don't like people poking around in my life.
Learning about others is my job. I must know the secrets of all who wish to approach the king. I've no problem admitting I like the work.
My past has nothing to do with Henselt.
You don't know that. Do you know why I have no friends, Witcher? Because sooner or later I learn all their secrets, which is followed by interrogations, torture, executions.
Just leave my past alone.